this industry. Some people call it MLM, some people call it direct selling, some people call it, now it's referral selling. But whatever you want to call it, this industry has changed a lot of people's lives. Study it. The more you study it, the more excited you get. The more I study the industry, the more excited. You know why? Because I know I'm at the forefront. This kind of business, everybody is getting involved in. MasterCard, Visa card, they now have the member get member programs, which is basically, hey, I'm referring you to MasterCard because they're a good company. It's the oldest business in the book. You go to a restaurant, you like the food, you refer your friends. They go there, they like the food, they bring in their friends. You watch a movie, you like it, you refer it to your friends. Have you ever referred a movie to someone that you didn't like? I mean, you didn't like the movie and you referred it to someone? This industry is fascinating. There's books you can read about it. Hang around people that have been in the industry a long time. I used to spend a lot of time as a neophyte in this business, hanging around with leaders, just sitting down, milking them for information. Learn everything you can about the company that you're doing business with. How did it start? Why did it start? Who were the founders? Why in Hong Kong? Why the plan that they have? Why not the traditional plan? Find out. How did they get to be distributors of the Royal Australian Mint? I mean, official brokers of the Mint. I mean, there's only, 27, I think, or 26? 23. See how well I know this company? Know everything you can about the business. Know everything you can about the plan. What are the strongest points of this plan? What are the weak points? Have you found any? I haven't. I still think it's one of the best plans on the planet that works. And I must emphasize those two words. I know many, many plans that are really fantastic, but 2 months later, there's no company to look at. Talking about a plan that works. Know everything you can about the plan. When we first opened in this wonderful country, I had so many people coming up, oh, binary is illegal. Oh, binary is this. Over the last 3-4 months, I think there have been about 15 to 20 companies that have opened up. Not just here, but probably another 100 all over the globe. What plan did they use? Why? Because it's powerful. It's powerful. It's duplicable. It's profitable, both for the company and the customer. So find out more. Find out everything you can. The more you know, the better you can represent your business. The more you know, the better you can defend the business. Have you ever had to defend your business? Doesn't knowledge help? The more you know, the more confident you are. There are many, many people that won't do the business simply because they're not confident. Hey, leaders, if you have people like this under you, they're calling, make them confident. Sit down with them, train them. Help them learn more. The more they know, the more confident they're going to be. It's the same with you. The more you know about the business, the industry, the plan, the more confident you're going to be. Have you ever met these people? They're really, really shy. They never say anything. They don't talk. But you talk about computers with them and they can talk for 5 days. Have you ever met people, or crocheting, or golf, or whatever it is that they're confident in? The only reason people are shy is they're not confident to talk. The more you know, the more confident you are. The key to sustain growth in your organization is training your leaders. When you train your leaders if you yourself are not trained? Again, logic. This business is all logic. How can you train others if you don't know how? Training builds confidence in yourself. When you're confident with yourself, then you're also confident to train others. Training builds confidence in your leaders. How many here are in Ranjit's organization? Do you have confidence in your leader?
Yes!
That was Ranjit who said that. No, I was just kidding. Why? Because you know he knows every aspect of this business. You know that he stays up 2, 3, 4, 5 hours every night studying. You see what I'm saying? Now how are you with your people? Now I'm not just singling out Ranjit. There's Tony, there's Ronnie, there's Isa. I mean, all of these guys. The reason that they're leaders is because their people have confidence in them. Now are these guys idiots? I mean, about the business? No, they know everything about the business. Do not deprive yourself of the privilege and fulfillment of impartation. This is a business of impartation. And I'm telling you, it is extremely, extremely fulfilling. One of the things I love so much about this industry, I've been in for 10 years. I've been with Gold Quest for 2 as V-Team, and I'm telling you, even the 8 years, the one thing that I loved about it, aside from the income that I get, of course, is the fact that the people that I have around me, the people in my organization, both up and down, have changed as people. Have you not changed because of this business?
Yes.
Have you not become a better person? Have you not become stronger, more resilient?
Yes.
Don't deprive yourself of that. Because I'm telling you, it's so fulfilling to be able to impact somebody's life. It's so fulfilling to be able to sit with someone who otherwise would have given up in life, at least in the financial aspect. Up to now, I still get a big kick out of this. I still get a big kick about coming into a meeting, whether one-on-one or a big meeting, to present the business. And you know the look that some people have? You know this countenance? You know these people that have given up in life? Remember the dream stealers I was talking about? They have a certain countenance. And I'm saying they may still be like, but they have a certain countenance in their spirit. And you can see it, you can identify it. And I get such fulfillment out of presenting the business to someone and see literally before your eyes, his eyes waking up. Has that ever happened to you? Isn't it great? That's what I mean, to impact somebody's life. To sit down with somebody who's discouraged about the business and telling him, bro, it's because you're doing this wrong, you're doing this wrong. You know, if you just did this, look, this is what happened in my organization. Sit down, train the person, and you'll see that person wakes up. That's what I mean. Don't deprive yourself of that experience. Impartation is one of the nicest things about this business. So take training seriously. First, you train for you. Then later on, you will be training because you will be training somebody else. Don't think that just because you go to this training seminar this weekend that you're all going to be experts. It's going to take a little time. That's why with these VCDs or VHS or whatever it is, whatever format you purchase. Another reason why people fail in this business is they think this is a get-rich-quick scheme. They think they come in and the next day they're wealthy. And I hate that. Because that's not what this business is. Now, if you were a farmer and you wanted to plant a kernel of corn, you start with one kernel, right? Then you plant it. Now, when you plant that kernel, do you sit there the next day and... No. You must first plant it properly in fertile soil, aerate, rotivate the soil. Then you have to water and fertilize the plant. Then you have to take out the weeds around the plant. In other words, there's a lot of work that goes into it. And finally, when the plant gets about this high, does that mean now that it's time to stop? No. Why? Because you have investment in that plant already, and it can still die. After some more rotavating and some more fertilizing, now there's more birds to scare away. However, after all of that, when the plant matures, what happens? From that one little kernel, after all that work, after all that effort, comes thousands. If you want to succeed in this business, think like a farmer. That's the only way you're going to succeed in this business. Don't think sales. Don't think volume. Think like a farmer. People fail in this business because they only want the fruits of the harvest, but they are not willing to go through the effort of actually plowing the fields, planting the seeds, fertilizing the soil, watering the sprouts, taking out the weeds, chasing away the pests, and going through the daily process of getting your hands dirty with soil. All they want are the benefits. Hey, wake up. That's not what this business is about. And I really don't think that you should promote it that way. If you know somebody in your organization who goes around, presenting the business in that way, hey, come on, just purchase a coin, you don't have to do anything. Oh, and you're going to cycle every day within 2 weeks. If you want to have a large organization and the financial benefits, large weekly checks, then you must be willing to pay the price. You must be willing to miss out on a few parties, a few movies, a few golf games, or whatever it is you do for recreation for a few months. How many here have sacrificed? You glad you made that sacrifice? Yes. When I'd give my testimony before, in groups about how do you call this? The success that I achieved and everything, or that I came to, people go, oh, Joe, you're so lucky you made this kind of money. I'm like, what do you mean lucky? Man, I spent 10, 11, 12, 13-hour days building this business. But then you reap the benefits of it, right? You must be willing to get yourself trained so that you can train others, because that's part of the process. That's what separates us from get-rich-quick schemes. You must be willing to spend a lot of time in training others so they can be leaders in their own right. There is a cost, there is a price to be paid to be successful in this business. You have to be willing to count it. You have to count the cost. This is a nurturing business. Nurture people, make them into leaders. That takes time. That whole process takes time. That's why this is not get rich quick. I know some people in this business that have made a lot of money the first month, the first 2 months. But then 3, 4, 5 months later, no more. In fact, no more in the business. On the other hand, I know people that didn't earn money their first week, their second week, their third week. But then they qualified for their coin. 2 weeks later, they get their first check. 2 weeks later, they get another check, a little bit bigger. 1 week later, they get, you know what I'm saying? These are the guys that I enjoy watching, because these guys do it right. They don't think volume, they don't think sales, they think training, they think nurturing. That process takes time. This is a get-rich-sure, not get-rich-quick scheme. There is a world of difference between the two. Okay, learn how to point it out, even in your presentation. That's why I like that lady's presentation so much. Because right away, she comes right out and says, this is a lot of hard work. This is a lot of painful experience that you have to go through, rejection, disappointment. Are you willing to go through that? Because if you're not, then I'd rather not talk. I'd rather not present the business to you. That's why her leader asked. Number 5, another reason why a lot of people fail. They have no focus. Have you ever met people like that? Focus is something that you need to succeed in any business, not just Gold Quest. All successful people are focused. All, bar none. Can you imagine having a musically gifted child and you tell him to study violin? Then while he's taking up violin, take up harp. And also while he's taking up harp, take up piano. And then also on the weekends, take up drums. And then, since he's really good, have him take up guitar. And then also have him take up the trumpet because it sounds really nice. And then you also have him take saxophone because he can play like Kenny G. And then you also have him play trombone because you like that that the trombone brings. And then you like the cello because of the soulful tones. And then on the side, as a hobby, you tell him to take up harmonica. Now, I want to ask you guys one question. Will this child ever grow up to be a world-class musician? Why not? No focus. Many people are like that child. Really. I may be stepping on a few toes, but there are many people out there that are like that. They join every company, every business, every new venture on the net. And they go around propagating it. Oh man. You look at their cards, they have names of every company. They're into real estate, they're into jewelry, they're into this and that, soaps, health products, slimming products, fattening products, grow hair products, less hair products. I mean, you name it, they're involved. Then for the life of them, they cannot figure out why they cannot build their business. If you expect to succeed, focus. You have to learn to focus. The number one rule of warfare Levi's spouse made a fortune making jeans. Made jeans for, and it's a fascinating story. Manoleta spent a lot of time telling me about, I thought I knew how Levi, the jean company, got started. And man, it's fascinating. But they made jeans. Yes, now they make shirts and belts. But after what, 120, 130 years of jeans, focused. They don't know how to make much, but they know how to make jeans. Kodak makes only film products. And they're doing pretty well, the last I heard. Tiger Woods is worth approximately $200 million US. He's been playing golf for 3.5 years. Just focusing on golf. I mean, I don't know how else I can point this out to you. Now, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that you have to focus on Gold Quest. That's not a decision for me to make. I'm not here telling you that Gold Quest is the only place in the world where you can make money. There are many, many other places where you can make money. Yes, no. Right? So I'm not telling you to focus on Gold Quest. That's your decision. It's up to you to decide. You want to be a real estate millionaire? Focus on real estate. You want to be a Gold Quest millionaire? Focus on Gold Quest. You want to be a millionaire in the automobile industry? Focus on automobiles. Decide what it is you want to do and focus in on it. That's the only way you're going to be successful. Don't become a master of all trades, a jack of all trades and a master of nothing. Number 6, they do not know how to present the business. If you expect to succeed, learn how to present. If you don't know how to present the business properly, people won't take you seriously. All big earners in this industry know how to present the business. All. Bar none. The business. Can you imagine going up to someone, oh, you should see this business. Oh man, it's fantastic. You just buy a coin, and you can partake. Oh, can you tell me about it? Well, I don't know too much about it. Can you come to a meeting? If that's the way you expect to make your business grow, in the beginning, yes, when you don't know. But don't be this way 6 months after joining. If you only invite your prospective customer to a meeting instead of sitting down and presenting the business on your own, 2 things are going to happen. Number 1, they'll think that the business can't be that good. You know why? Because if the business were good, then you'd be able to present it to me. If you don't know how to present it to them, they think you're playing a numbers game by just inviting as many people to a meeting and hoping that a few will sign up, right? On the other hand, if somebody takes the time to sit down and present the business to you, and he knows all the aspects about the business, he answers all your questions, what do you say? Whoa, this guy got hit really bad. He really wants to do this business. He's really serious about this business. All of that happens in somebody's mind when you do or don't present the business to them. That's how important it is. If you know how to present, you can bring the business anywhere. You can expand your business at your own rate. There are business meetings and business previews in hotels, okay? There are some leaders that have it at the offices. And I'm not trying to say don't learn from it, don't use it to help your business grow, but don't let that be your only source. Learn how to sit down and make a presentation to someone. Show them how serious you are. Know your plan. Know the company. Show how well you've been doing, how well other people around you have been doing. Imagine you have 5,000 people in your customer base. Some people are like, How many would like that, having 5,000 people? All right. Now imagine you're the only one who knows how to present the business. It'll be really tiring. You're going to get sore throat and laryngitis. You know what I'm saying? Everything. That means you have to physically put yourself in front of 5,000 people. Now, if you know how to present the business, now you can teach 2, 3, 4, 5 people how to present. Right? Then, the 5 people with you can teach 10 others how to present. Then the 10 others can teach 20 others how to present. Let's stop talking about big numbers. Can you imagine having 200 on your left and 200 on your right, and they all know how to present the business plan? How can you possibly teach them to present if you yourself don't know how? Logically. You have to know. See, being able to present the business to someone is just one of the reasons why you should learn how to present the business. The most important reason for me is so that you can teach. So that you can teach someone how to present. Because you teach this group how to present, then they go out now and teach their group and their group. And that's what causes growth. Remember, nurture and teach your people. One of the first skills you should teach is how to make a presentation. We'll take it up in the other modules, how you can, effectively teach your leaders in your organization how to make a presentation. Another reason why people don't succeed in this business, they don't look at the future. They only see today. People who fail only see today. If you want to be successful in anything that you do, learn how to look at the future. Focus on what your organization will look like 6 months from now. Can you imagine what your organization will look like 6 months from now? Will it look the same as it looked today? Because I hear it all the time from so many people. Joe having, 20,000 on the left and 20,000. I can't even qualify for my coin. I have 2 on my left and 3 on my right. Yeah, that's today. Right? That's today. But what about 2 months from now? What about 6 months from now? What about a year from now? Can you imagine what not what you'd look like, what your organization would look like? I know what you'd look like. Laughing all the way to the bank. Can you imagine what your organization looked like 2 years from now? I remember when I was a COSAR, up to this day, don't you want to sleep and then wake up and it's already the year 2003? Can you imagine what your organization will look like? That's what it takes to succeed. Don't just look at today. Yes, deal with the problems of today. Yes, focus in on what you have to do to make your today into on tomorrow. But keep it in mind. Your financial future in this business will be determined by what you do or do not do over the next few months. Your future is staring you in the face. We've sat here and imagined what our network's going to look like in 2 years. Can you imagine what your network or what your organization will look like 2 years from now if you did this business 8 hours a day, diligently, every day? What will your organization look like? Do you think you'd have some growth? What about 4 years from now? Can you imagine if every day, 8, 9, 10 hours a day, you spend training your leaders, sitting down, making sure they have all the training material, these VCDs, you sit down, have your meetings with them. Can you imagine doing this every day for 2 years? Hey, let me face you with some reality. 5 years from today is going to happen whether we plan for it today or not. You know what I'm saying? You may be sitting back there, oh yeah, Joe's talking about 4 years, Joe's talking about 5 years. I just worried about today. I just want to get my bills paid today. Well, yes, like I said, deal with the problems that today brings. But also sit here and realize that 5 years will come whether you plan for it today or not. That's what I'm saying. Your future is staring in the face. What are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? We all agree that if we do this 8 hours a day, that it's going to prosper, right? Somebody doing this business 8 hours a day for 2 years, how much would they be earning? Come on, I want to hear some answers. $1 million US. Is that weekly or monthly? Who cares? It's a lot. Well, there you go. Some people say 1 million a month is too much. Some people say it's too little. 200,000 US a month. That doesn't sound too bad. 100,000 US a month. That still doesn't sound too bad. Some people in the back going, God, if I just get $400 a week, I'll be happy. Well, again, it depends. What are you doing about it today? You want to succeed, look at the future. People who fail have no vision. And we specifically do not put here people who fail in GQI. People who fail, period, have no vision. All success starts with a vision. All. Everything starts as a vision. Without a vision, people perish. Vision is what gets people going. Vision is what keeps people alive. I read this story once about this guy who went and talked to 3 bricklayers. Okay, bricklayers, the guy who laid bricks. And the story, when I was reading, it says this guy interviewed him and he talked to bricklayer A and he says, what are you doing? And the guy said, well, I'm just here, I'm laying bricks. In other words, that's what my boss told me to do today. Then he went to bricklayer number 2 and bricklayer number 2 said, well, I'm just earning a living. I just want to make some bucks for my family. I just want to bring home the bacon. Tomorrow it can be ditch digging. Tomorrow the next day it can be a hammering nail. I don't care. I'm just earning a living. Then he went to the 3rd guy, and the 3rd guy, just didn't want to look at him, said, I'm building a cathedral. Go away. And then the story ended there. But I started reflecting, doing some introspecting on what kind of mentality did these people have? Can you imagine these A and B, the ones who are just making a living? Do you think they care what the building is going to look like 2 months from now? They don't care. They don't care if the bricks are, crooked. They don't care if the mortar mix is too watery or too thick. They don't care. Because tomorrow they could be pounding nails. Tomorrow he could be digging a ditch. He doesn't care. But this guy building the cathedral, man, this guy gets out, he has that, what do you call that? Plumb line or whatever. So that make sure he lays the brick straight. He makes sure that the consistency of his mortar is just right, so that when it hardens, the brick's set properly, etc., etc. These two guys over here are sitting there, wow, it's almost 5. It sounds like we've been here for 2 weeks. Oh, I wish the bell would ring so that we could go home. Are there people like that? Then this guy, on the other hand, saying, oh my gosh, it's already 5 o'clock. I didn't realize it was already 5. These two guys, when it hits 5 o'clock, they drop their tools, they go out and, I don't know, wherever bricklayers go after 5 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? This guy, on the other hand, says, wow, it's already 5 o'clock. Anyway, it's traffic, so might as well stay another 1 or 2 hours. Anyway, I'm not tired yet. You remember a time in your life when you had a vision for something? Weren't you willing to go the extra mile? They're all doing the same thing. They're just laying bricks. But are they doing the same thing? No, they're not. When these guys leave and pack up and, like I said, go where, I don't know, bricklayers go after 5 o'clock, do they look back? No, they don't care. In fact, they wish they weren't there again the next day. They wish they were hammering nails tomorrow. But this guy, when he finally quits at 7:30, 8 o'clock, because it's too dark already, he can't see anything, does he just walk up and pack up and walk away? No, he admires his handiwork. Wow, today it started here, now it's here. In 2 weeks we'll be building the dome. They're doing the same thing. They're just laying bricks. The next day, these two guys, oh man, another day. Oh God, But this guy over here, he wakes up, wow, today we're putting in the dome. Gotta get a good breakfast because I need my strength. He goes there, makes sure all his tools are in place. You know what I'm saying? Make sure he rests properly. Because today they're putting in the dome. They're all doing the same thing. But that's what a vision does for you. It changes what you do on a daily basis. See, I'm not here just earning a living for today. I'm not here just to build an organization. As far as I'm concerned, I'm building a cathedral. A cathedral that'll feed my family for the next 5, 10, 15 years. When you have a vision like that, you don't take things lightly. You're willing to pay the price. You're willing to count the cost. That's what a vision does for you. If you don't have a vision, how are you going to accomplish something? Many people never hit the target in life simply because they don't know where the target is. If you want to succeed in anything, first sit down and determine, what's my target? Where am I aimed? What am I trying to hit? You must have a vision. If you don't, nothing's going to happen. Everything starts with a vision. Everything. The Petronas Tower started as a vision in the architect's mind. You know what I'm saying? That movie, Erin Brockovich, or whatever, Gladiator, started in somebody's mind. The Mercedes-Benz that we all love today started in somebody's mind, tinkering in his garage. You know what I'm saying? Everything starts as a vision. Don't take it lightly. And I emphasize, don't take it lightly, because it's such an overused word. Every seminar you go to, vision for the millennium, 2000 vision with leaders or whatever. I mean, it's so overused. Go home, think about it. Introspect. Do I have a vision? Do I know? If I'm an arrow, do I know what target I'm trying to hit? Because your vision will be your leader. That's what's going to motivate you. That's what's going to, They were saying that some directors stayed up till 4:30 last night. working on some of the technical aspects, and others with me, who I'd like to thank, by the way. You know why? Because we have a vision for what we're doing. We're willing to pay the price. If you don't have a vision, nothing's going to happen. Many people fail because they have no vision. And you know what? As a bonus, when you have a vision, people follow. Right? All the great leaders in the past, why were they followed? Because they were visionaries. Haven't you ever heard that word before? Visionaries. Now, like I said earlier, these probably aren't the only 8 reasons why people fail. There are probably more, but they'll probably be linked up to the 8. As long as you make sure that you avoid doing these 8 pitfalls, you stand a greater probability that you will make it in this business. Now, I want to stress at this point before I close, these are pitfalls. These are 8 reasons why people fail. Okay, don't do them. Do the exact opposite. Okay, I just want to make that clear. Because somebody told me, Joe, why are you focusing on negative? No, I just want you to know what to avoid. Take the business seriously. Don't doubt. Keep your faith levels high. Train yourself more. You can never get